If you are experiencing foundation issues, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
Coach Jonathan Beverly, the head football coach and athletic director at Childersburg High School, joins us this morning as they get set for the Leeds Green Wave tonight. And, that wave may come in the form of rain as well tonight, Coach.
Yeah, it's going to be wet at times, but, we've been preparing for it all week, so we're looking forward to a great night tonight.
What goes into making a decision whether to play? A lot of schools move their game to Thursday. What goes into the thinking process of whether Thursday or Friday?
There's so many moving parts to moving a football game. And so obviously, you consult with, administration. You keep your eyes on the weather all week long. Mm-hmm. You consult with the other school as well. And, we've got so many moving parts on Friday nights, or just Friday throughout the day. We've got our team prayer breakfast every Friday morning. We've got pep rally on Friday. We've got, obviously, families and parents that, obviously plan to, come out on Friday nights. And so, for us, Thursday night games really don't bring much of a crowd anyway. So we figured it was probably best for us to stay on Friday night, not to, inconvenience a large part of our community that really have, their plans built around what we do on Fridays.
Leeds, North Childersburg in the playoff hunt. This is a game, however, you hadn't beaten Leeds in a lot of years.
19 years since Childersburg has beaten Leeds. So, we've been telling our kids all week long, it's an opportunity to make a little bit of history, an opportunity to do something that hasn't been done in an extremely long time, since the year 2000. And so, for a lot of our kids, they've got an opportunity to be able to go back and tell, family members and friends who put on that blue jersey that they were able to do something that they couldn't do. Mm-hmm. So, that's something that we've been preaching. And, regardless of record, Leeds still has a championship pedigree. A lot of people over in that community and in that, school building, walk around, they see championship banners every single day. They see people wearing championship rings every single day. So, regardless of how they're doing this year, still an opportunity to knock off one of the better programs in all Alabama high school football.
Assess last week and where we are with this Childersburg program late in the season.
Last week I thought the kids played extremely hard. 7-0 game at halftime, and then you start to see attrition take over. And I think that kind of, credit to Lincoln for, sticking with their game plan. And, we had answers for just about everything they were doing in the first half, but they came out, stuck with what they were doing. And like I said, attrition took over. And I think that's kind of been, the story of us the last few weeks, as we've started to have to play, a few more guys both ways to try to give ourselves some advantages on certain situations. Attrition just, like I said, took over there. But, credit to our kids for continuing to play hard. And like I said, great opportunity still ahead over the next couple of weeks, to finish the season strong, still can finish as a 500 football team. And also, again, be able to make a little history tonight and knock off one of the perennial powers.
Lincoln, one of the top teams in Class 4A, and they got a good thing going up there. They're the region champion. And going into that game, you mentioned you're down 7-0. You feel pretty good at going into halftime.
Yeah, it felt good going into halftime. Actually came out after halftime, went with the surprise onside kick, which we're, I think, 6 out of 7 on onside kicks this year.
You're notorious for doing that.
Yeah, so things, regardless of, even being down 7-0, we still a possession there. We drive inside the red zone and stall out. I think that kind of took the wind out of our sails. But, regardless, again, I think our kids were playing hard. We just probably needed one more break there to get back into the ball game and just, couldn't find it.
You're winding down the regular season and, just a couple more games left for this senior group.
Yeah, this is a special class, guys that have, really done every single thing they've ever been asked over the last 4 years. And a great mix of kids as far as, you've got a handful of guys that are 4-year starters that have played, countless amounts of snaps throughout their 4-year career. And then you've got a group of guys that, didn't really maybe get a lot of playing time as freshmen and sophomores and juniors, but earned their way into getting some snaps as a senior. And so a great balance of kids there and but overall a great group of guys character-wise, a great group of guys, from a family standpoint. They love each other. You see that in the locker room every single day. And so this is a special group and probably one of the better group of kids to ever come through.
John Cox Stadium tonight, kick at 7 o'clock. Childersburg hosting the Leeds Green Wave, and every forecast that I've seen calls for rain throughout the day, through this evening as well. How do you how does it change your preparation? And wet football bounces funny ways anyway, but when it's wet, it can really be kind of squeaky and slick.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've prepared throughout the week, just preaching ball security, ball security, ball security. Taking care of the football on offense, but also trying to capitalize on defense to knock the ball loose. That's obviously I'm sure Leeds has been preaching ball security as well. But like you said, you can punch the football out when it's dry, but you've got better opportunities to do it obviously when it's wet. So we're looking to capitalize, and obviously we've been preaching a lot of turnovers or trying to get turnovers on defense. So we feel like that's something that we're looking to try to do tonight, and get some spark on defense and take the ball away.
I hear the heavy rain falling outside our studio. As far as the field drainage is concerned, how's that?
Yeah, with the fact that we've been on such a drought lately, we don't expect the heavy rainfall today to really affect field conditions. Our field drains great. So much work has been put into our field probably since the spring anyway. So we've had great footing all year long. Even if we get, an inch or two today, as the day goes on, we don't expect any field issues. So, and credit to, the people that have been working on our field all year long, done a great job. And
tonight, 7 o'clock, it will be the Leeds Green Wave over from St. Clair County into Childersburg to take on the Childersburg Tigers. That kick is at 7 o'clock. And Coach, before we go this morning, I want to encourage everybody to bring their umbrellas and come on out to the game on a Friday night.
Yeah, bring your umbrellas, bring your poncho, and let's come root the Tigers on.
All right. Good luck to Coach Jonathan Beverly and the Childersburg Tigers. He will revisit us again next week for their final game of the year against Anniston. It'll be senior night next week, right?
It'll be senior night next week.
All right. We'll talk with Coach Beverly again this time next week.